Hey, Wendy, thanks for joining
Hello.
us. How are you?
Hi. Good, good, good.
All right. Well, so this is mainly to kind of help people understand, you know, what if you can do it, maybe they can do it to learn from some of your experiences. So the first thing is just kind of maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and then like why you wanted to do your PhD.
Sure. So, I am a biotechnology engineer, and then I did a master's degree in regenerative medicine. My undergrad was done in Mexico, my master's in UK. So, after I did my master's degree, I realized that I wanted to do a PhD, but I wanted to gather more experience first, like hands-on research. So I've been a research assistant at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston, Texas. And when I was here, I realized like now is the time. Like I've been working here for 3 years. I Now my lab is full of postdoctoral like people. So I'm like, I want to be at the level same as them, right? Be able to conduct my own research, my own projects, and not rely too much on my PI. So I really want to keep growing, develop myself as a scientist, be able to plan my own experiments and, do my own research. So it was the time to apply for a PhD. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so, um, how were you feeling, I guess, before? Had you applied ever before to PhD programs?
Yes.
Okay. How did that
Once. Yeah, no, it was awful because I wasn't sure like what I want to do as a PhD. Like I was like, yeah, I want to do a PhD, but not like the specific topic or program or what should I look for. So the previous year that I applied, I panicked and I basically just applied to one school. I wasn't even like super confident about it. And writing like the SOPs and all that essays, I was lost. It was awful experience. I had to do everything like in a month, even ask for like the recommendations later. So I applied, and of course, I was rejected, and I was devastated. I didn't want to do like anything related for a month, and I wanted to just like forget about it. So yeah, no, it was a tough experience for me at least.
No, that makes sense. And I think that happens to a lot of people. Like a lot of people don't get in the first time and then you're right. Like it takes a little bit to get like, the feeling to do it again. So I guess so why did you decide to like where were you before doing the Fearless Grad program and then like where are you after?
So before I still like I wanted to apply again, even though it was hard. But I didn't know where to start or how to improve because I didn't get like any feedback on my previous application. So I was like, okay, if I want to do it again, what am I gonna do different if I don't know what to improve on? So after I took like your program and with all your help, the whole process was easier to navigate. I was able to actually like see the program that I wanted to and focus even like the area that I want to focus on, like the research area that I really want to do. And then even like contacting PIs, I'd never thought about that. I was like, no, it has to be like after. And even thinking about contacting someone, like a student or an alumni, for me was like, how am I gonna do that? What am I gonna write? I'm gonna be bothering them. So the whole mindset really changed for me. So now I have like my two acceptance letter. I already choose the school that I want to. And right now, I even with more confidence contacting alumni from the labs that I'm more interested in rotating. So it's been a complete change. Now I'm really enjoying the whole like, oh, I'm gonna get into my PhD and I'm gonna start like on fall. Before that, I want to do like contact more people and network even before even starting. So it
I
has
love
changed a lot.
that. I love that. And like you're right. Like why not? keep the momentum going. Like keep reaching out to people. That way, when you get there, it's just going to be an easier way to start, which is awesome. Okay. So what was like the thing that you liked most about the program or was most helpful for you?
I guess having like I don't want to say like a schedule, but having the steps on and being able to realize like did it it is an overwhelming process, but it doesn't have to be that way. Like I really had the steps to know, okay, I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna like just I don't know, like focusing on which research areas do I want, and then like okay, now look for the programs that work on that. Then focus on the professors as well. I don't know, like all those steps, being dividing the process by different steps really
You're
helped me to have like at least a checklist thing.
Yeah, and like because with me, my brain like same thing. Whenever I want to do something, my brain's like, no, there's a million steps. You'll never do it. But then if you like actually look at it, it's like, okay, it's 8 steps. I could probably do it. But
Yes.
my brain was like, no, no. And so yeah, helpful. Very cool. Okay. And so I guess like why do you think you were successful? Like if you were to say, hey, this really worked for me, or like what would you recommend other people kind of do in their applications?
For me, it was actually like realizing the area that I wanted to work because that way, even like writing the SOP was easier. Before I was like lost and I didn't even know which area I wanted to focus on. So my SOP is like all over the place. So now that was better. And the other thing that helped me a lot was actually like reaching out to the PIs and even to talk with them about their research, getting to know them better. I mean, maybe some of the schools didn't accept me, but at least like I got something from that conversation. And it's something that I want to like continue, include in my research, maybe even later, like contact them again and collaborate somehow. So for me, those two things really change a lot. And right now I feel like more confident of contacting more people as well. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like just yeah, like it doesn't have to be the hardest thing in the world, but you do have to start. And like that's I
Yeah.
think also why you were successful is like you did it. Like you started the ball rolling and then you just kept the ball rolling. And like you didn't
Stop, really, and panic and be like, oh no, I can't stop. I'm not gonna continue. No, it
even though
was
like you said, like not 100% of people responded to you, but that's okay. That's normal.
yeah,
Like that's nothing. And like even if you had a conversation but it didn't work out, you're totally right. You might collaborate in 2 years or see them at a conference or so that'll be fun. That'll be really good. Um, why did you decide to like invest in yourself for this program and like to kind of push you forward? Like you could have, gone on a trip or like bought a TV or something. So why do you think you did that?
for me, it was more. I really wanted to succeed on getting accepted into a PhD, and I realized that I tried once, like my way, being all lost, and it didn't work. And I really wanted to have like a plan, a plan that would lead me to succeed in this process. So I think that that was way more important than just like living in the moment again. So yeah, I mean, and at the end, what I'm getting now is like I have the full offer. Is like everything is covered. I'm not paying like basically anything, like just my insurance, like a part, not even like the whole thing. Uh, so it was really a huge investment now that I'm that I have like my acceptance and that I also like already accept their offer and everything. Um, yeah, I mean I wouldn't think twice now.
Awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it for anything else.
That's so awesome. Well, I mean, I love helping you guys. I love like seeing you guys get to create cool stuff and like, yeah, I mean, literally doors that were closed to you are like now open. Like that's true. What would you tell yourself like a year ago? Like a year, so last March.
Like for example, I think I started your program. I think it was like July or August. I wish I had started like earlier, just to have more time to explore more, to try to talk to more people. Because I think that even though I started like in July, it took me like a month to actually start focusing on. I was like, yeah, trying to follow the program, but also like a little bit hesitant. So yeah, I just wish I had started earlier and not think too much about it. Because at the beginning it was like, oh my God, it's a lot of money and if it's gonna be good or not. So yeah, I wish I was just like, okay, just do it. Do it on the start.
I'm the same way. I'm an overthinker. I overthink and like it just doesn't get me anywhere. It's like I just went in a circle in my own mind and like okay. Like yeah, you're totally right. Like the sooner you start, the more conversations you can have and all that stuff. Cool. Anything you would recommend to other people as they're doing their PhD journey?
I talk to people. I mean, even the other ones that are also applying and going through the process, you never know like what ideas they are having and what you can apply, what feedback are they receiving? Because I don't know, like doing this process alone is complicated. I mean, it's way easier to share even like your fears or even like your frustrations like, oh, I wrote to 10 people and nobody like respond. Even just sharing that make it easier. I don't know why though. And
Because
another advice is, yeah,
they're like, yeah, me too. So,
like, okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, yeah, you can share it. And the other thing is, don't think too much about like contacting PIs, professors. Like, of course, not everyone is going to respond. Sometimes people take like months, and then they just reach out being like, oh, I'm sorry, I am not looking for a student right now. But just if you try to reach out like 100, a lot of them are going to respond and you're going to get something from that interaction. So just don't think too much about that, but also do your research about them. Like not just contact them just for the sake of contacting people.
you're
Like
right.
to actually at least read a paper, even like the abstract, just like for the beginning. And if they reach out, then look for them like more in depth. So yeah, those are my advices.
That's really good advice. You're right. It's like, don't overthink it, but also don't be unprepared. Like,
Yes,
I like
there's
that.
a balance there.
I like that. Cool. Um, Anything else you want to share?
Um, I really see this program as an investment in yourself because I mean, for me, I applied first and I didn't get the response that I was expecting to. Of course, I wasn't as prepared as now I I am. Um, but without the program, I wouldn't have changed much of what I did like the first time. So this did really help me going through the process. And I'm looking forward to keep like being in contact with all the ones in the group
Mhm.
and keep like the connections. And now I'm really trying to use more LinkedIn as well and trying like to connect everyone, even though they're like from different areas or you never know.
Mhm. You
So
do never
yeah.
know. And like, even if you're in different fields, it's just fun. It's just nice to be like, hey, look what they did. Give them like a little thumbs up. Like, it's just fun. Like, I love that. But yeah, I've got definitely friends from all different disciplines. And like, I'm just happy when they write a book or, I'm like, yes. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna,
Oh, no.
oops.